What's up, Miss Lady T? How you doing?
Yeah. They think they know me, huh? They only know the story they sold you. They tried to write my ending before I hit my prime. Took pieces of my pain, cut it, clipped it out of time. Turned my tears into headlines, my scars into shows. Told you they was saving off the secrets they exposed. You watched them twist my trauma into dollar signs and praise. They never asked what I remember, just replayed the same old frame. They branded me survivor, but left pages torn in half. Put my name up in their mouth while they edited the past. Surviving lies, you can't marry what I lived through. You televise my pain, but here's the things you did too. You pointed at a monster just to cover all your crimes. Surviving one man was a star. Surviving lies will change the times. Surviving lies, yeah, I'm staring in your eyes. You look straight into the truth while you dressed it in disguise. You wanna write my story, you forgot I hold the pen. Surviving one was one's beginning. Surviving lies. They love a public circus if it keeps you from the proof. Throw a woman on the stand, then they edit out the truth. They frame it as a rescue, but the rescue feels like change. When the people doing interviews, they move the same way. They sat beside the predator, now they sit beside the prey. They smile for every camera like they never looked away. You see the way they profit off confession off my heart, but never ask who built the cage, who bought the keys first. Surviving lies, you can't bury what I lived through. You televise my pain, but here's the things you did too. You pointed at a monster just to cover all your crimes. Surviving one man was a start. Surviving lies will change the times. Surviving lies, yeah, I'm staring in your eyes. You look straight into the truth while you dressed it in disguise. You wanna write my story, you forgot I hold the pen. Surviving one was just beginning. Surviving lies. The real ones see the patterns, see the copy, see the paste. How they drag one name through fire just to cleanse their own disgrace. You called it justice while you hid your own reflection. Turned a witch onto a weapon for protecting your connections. I'm not here to clear his name, I'm here to clear out all the smoke. Cause if you're standing in my corner, why you silent around your folks? Surviving lies, you can't bury what I lived through. You televise my pain, but here's the things you did too. You pointed at a monster just to cover all your crimes. Surviving one man was a star. Surviving lies will change the times. Surviving lies, yeah, I'm staring in your eyes. You look straight into the truth, how you dressed it in disguise. You wanna write my story, you forgot I hold the pen. Surviving one was just beginning. Surviving lies.
That's my song, y'all. What's up, Chris? What's up? I'm gonna get started in just a minute. We're gonna see who gonna roll up in here. Cause I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. It ain't gonna take me no 3, 4, 5 hours to say what I'm gonna say. Since the big bird bridge over there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch my mouth. Hold on. Let me. Ooh, woosah. 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 Flower pot. Flower pot, bring your ass here, lady. Because we all know who prima donna is. And then, let me enlighten you real quick. Because just in case you don't know, you might have should have Googled what Shanissa means since you wanted to post my government name, ho. Shanissa means in Hebrew, God is gracious. And he is graciously trying to keep me off your motherfucking asshole. But I'm going to play this other song. Woosah a little bit more. Let some more people fall up in this junk. Then I'm gonna read your motherfucking ass, but a dirty asshole that you are, bitch.
They're all headlines like they holy scripture. Crop the frame till it fit the picture. Pull that curtain, told us what to see, but we were in the crowd. We remember every scene. They spin stories till the spin get dizzy. Call it justice when the math look iffy. Try to pay them As a ghost, as a sin, but the songs cut deep, they lived in our skin, yeah. You can't cage faith in a club on fire, can't kill truth with a crooked smile.
What's up, Miss Bougie?
We ain't moved when they told us to.
We ain't moved because they told us to. We ain't hiding behind no flower pots, ho. We remember. Y'all heard it? Primo on the right side of history. They thought just because they did all this janky shit and they get mad because I say it's janky, they gonna stop my message. Fuck up out of here. I don't have to come out here on a mission to try to expose no motherfuckers like the big brain bitch over there that did all the exposing, made all the motherfucking videos, linked with all these allies on the internet, but want to call Homeland Security on Prima, trying to link her with a motherfucker I done told these super fans for 6-7 goddamn years it didn't take all that goofy dumbass shit they were engaging in to speak on the topic while they listen to a goofy ass strategist sit over there with all these brilliant ideas that ain't helped a motherfucking thing, bitch.
It look janky from the outside, baby.
Janky.
But the faith in this side, far from lazy. We the ones that they label extreme, cause we ain't trade truth for a trending meme. So write your blogs, run your late night jokes, we the lifeline. And the song he wrote, every stream is a seed we sow. If you know, then you know. If you know, then you know. Hey, kill R&B, say it loud, let the whole world. All the scandal, all the lies, they true. We remember what we know is true. They try to take his crown, make us fall, but the fans stay firing the cold. Bring my dollar on the stand, stand tall for the throne, cause we know, we on the right side of history, yeah.
Let's go. I get sent this post. This pussy asshole post on her wall. Hold on. Let me read it like she would have said it. The internet again. Shanissa Yardrobe, aka Prima Donna. Why have you never done a full video on Larry McGee, Oakle, and their involvement in R. Kelly case? Why have you never done a full video on the junkie shit Levi's done? Talk about his crimes, behavior in this case. Why haven't you done a full video on Dana J? I thought you weren't with anyone, follow no one, aligned with no one, but repost the many videos you did exposing Larry McGee, Oakle, Levi, Dana J, because I can't seem to find any. They are the only ones you don't implicate. Bitch, if you don't go get your dizzy ass the fuck up out of here, ho. You want to know why, bitch? Because the same thing I told your super fans is the same thing your big brain ass can't comprehend. Because I don't have to make no motherfucking videos about irrelevant ass motherfucking people. And I wouldn't have included the certain people who was bringing me janky shit if they wasn't playing in my motherfucking face, ho. So why you putting my name out there, bitch? Show your motherfucking face, ho. Why don't you do that? I know who I am. You know who I am. The people watching me know who I am. But bitch, who are you barking these motherfucking orders? Because common sense would tell the people that fucking follow me, the only observation I was bringing to the forefront when it comes to these people in this fake ass sector was how it was certain voices that wanted to be the dominating voices on this bitch. They said they had all the fucking information. So guess what? They wanted Prima Donna out the way. So Prima Donna did just what I did. Sat back and observed all the dominoes move and fall. That's what happened. But since you missed what the fuck I said 6-7 years ago, that I shouldn't have to keep coming on here repeating, because goofy ass bitches like you keep coming out here with selective amnesia and want to act like 1 minute you don't know me, but the next minute you looking through my videos trying to find this and find that. Because bitch, I told your stupid ass and your stupid ass super fans, I don't make content to answer and to appease to you motherfuckers. I make content for my audience to give clarity on the research that I put out. So let's take you back, ho, to clear up your confusion, just in case you missed why I said from the moment I was brought who Snitch 9 is, go through every fucking video and see where you pick up me referencing Snitch 9. I don't have to come out here calling people by names, including your flunkies that want to sit here and kiss your motherfucking ass because they think you're somebody important, but bitch, you ain't shit to me. So let's make this make sense for all you goofy ass motherfuckers. If I've said repeatedly on my fucking channel that people wanted to come into this sector, take the focus off what I was doing, which was on the case, on the accusations, and then want to keep talking about Levi doing this, Dana doing this. Man, I told all them hoes, you get on your motherfucking platform and you say what you want to say, you present what you want to present. You and me ain't the same. Hell no, I ain't linked with no motherfucking body. Fuck is you talking about? That's y'all motherfucking problem. Y'all come out here and then to ask me why I ain't made no videos on Dana. Bitch, do you think you really accomplishing shit making videos on Dana all the times you done been on his motherfucking platform with that? Y'all should do this. Clear the comments. Yeah, y'all should report the Homeland Security. Call Larry's probation office. All that goofy ass shit. Bitch, I ain't got to do none of that motherfucking shit to deliver any message I want to within my videos. Now, for the slow people that follow you, y'all get entertainment watching people be exposed. Cool. Obviously, that's why I be putting exposed on some of my thumbnails, because contrary to popular belief, I said 7 motherfucking years ago, we knew where Snitch 9 stories were coming from. We know why he was out here capping for the internet. They sent me the same paperwork your dizzy ass probably late to the party on, considering it was sent to me in 2020. You know, the same time everybody else was on your motherfucking ass for being a fraud ass bitch. Hold on. Look for this video. This hoe gonna make me. She don't know. She don't know. And furthermore, a lot of my videos are on unlisted right now because I'm updating them. For YouTube, I'm adding commentary because pussy assholes like you been hating on me for 6-7 years and how I presented my research, because y'all hoes been out here saying y'all had all the information. So it don't matter what collage I put together, what video I put out here, you hoes said you had all the fucking information. But let's get to the video in which I put out, let's see what year this was. I'm believing it was 2020. Now, at that time, for all the ones who recall, when we came to YouTube, like I said, people like me and Dana, not the flower pot, we were active on social media as our authentic self. So we became targets to people like Snitch Nine and his organization of dummies. But it's funny she want to get up here and ask Prima Donna about Okob and calling these people out. And these same people to be over there in her colleagues' chats and shit. So somebody make this shit make sense. She could use audio from Levi on one hand, but over here talking about why I ain't calling him out, nigga. Because I don't give a fuck about the games y'all play on this internet. Same way I don't give a fuck about nobody put my name in no title that'll give this bitch the idea that I give a fuck about the shit they talking about in their fucking video, bitch. Fuck is wrong with y'all? But if y'all recall, we were out here being called the P-Hive. Wasn't nobody out here trying to advocate for R. Kelly on the real tip. So we made it easy for people to come out here and say, hold on now, this surviving R. Kelly shit ain't adding up. These accusations being thrown around ain't adding up. It took people like me, ho, not a bitch hiding behind no motherfucking flower pot. Fuck is you talking about? We were targeted on this motherfucking app. They came over here to YouTube. Because of the internal beefs that they had going on, they was exposing each other left and right. How people identified Snitch Nine, not my business, not my concern. But like I said, it was sent to me in 2020, his paperwork, which I put on display for six years. It's 2026, right? If I showed y'all from the moment of it happening in 2020, and I repetitively show it since the bitches always talking about I'm saying the same shit. Because again, some of the shit that I show to you, I don't have to implicate and speculate on like they do. I don't have to come out here and defame people's characters because I leave room if they want to come out here and tell their own motherfucking story, because it ain't my job to investigate why they did this, why they did that, and why the government is over here associating a whole lot of shit that I don't believe R. Kelly was aware of with him, especially when you saw the paperwork coming out with Michael Williams, Richard Arline, etc. People she was in cahoots with, Don Russell motherfucking ass. Same person she came out told was stealing R. Kelly music. Same person she came out and said, the attorney said to bring his shit back. Did you report that to fucking Homeland Security, bitch? I'll wait. Because what I don't like about y'all decide that y'all don't like specific individuals. And you feel like because you don't fuck with them, you don't like them, and or you feel like they did this and that, you want other people to jump out here and do your dirty work. When that don't work, then you want to start turning against them. But ask yourself a question. Why does it matter what Prima Donna puts on her fucking channel? If the shit that I was saying is janky all these years ain't janky, if you hypothetically want to believe R. Kelly was aware of all this shit, there should be no motherfucking confusion as to why he's still locked the fuck up. It don't take me coming out here implicating people, defaming people's character to replay the shit that was going on. The shit that Larry did, the shit that Levi did, the shit the fake ass lawyer did, the shit the flower pot did, the shit all these inquiries they put in, all the manufactured beefs, bitch, that could have been avoided had anybody listened to Prima Donna. But no, motherfuckers want to listen to the cracked out flower pot and her brilliant ass strategies. So to ask me why I ain't making no video about them, same reason why, bitch, you need to go find somebody else to play with than keep making videos about me that I don't give a fuck about, bitch. Tell Homeland to come on, because I'm going to be sitting here waiting. Let's play this video, like I said, in which I told you and your people on open display why I didn't find it conducive mingling with Team Lies over there, Cove or whoever the fuck you want to call them today. First thing you see, back then, actually, this was 2019, so excuse the fuck out of me. He made this video in 2019 on making his presence on YouTube. He was responding to information I was putting out. He was telling me in his video that information I was putting out came from him. But the gag is, like I've showed repetitively, that stupid motherfuckers like you don't pick up on, is the information that I was putting out then that he was claiming credit for was information coming from a specific page that both Pimplo and Tiny Tim got on Dana platform, all confused years after the fact, and couldn't even tell people who Baby Girl 97 was. For example, Baby Girl 97, that was directly showing me that their target Jane Doe they was looking for to come on out and cooperate, Azriel Clary, that was what they were pushing. They were pushing information trying to expose that R. Kelly was allegedly dealing with her as a minor. They was out here running to the media talking about these girls missing. Do I need to remind y'all of the scandal that came when I didn't see motherfuckers like Flower Pot out here talking? And the reason why I spoke on Larry then was because, again, there was people that support R. Kelly that didn't see nothing wrong with conversating with Snitch 9, even though, like I said, I know where his information coming from. So what the fuck I need to engage with him, debate with him, or even entertain him with shit adding fuel to R. Kelly's chaos already? Does that make any fucking sense? When I was on FaZe's channel, he brought his motherfucking ass over there talking about the Discovery. Red flag. Red flag. See, my content leaves room for people to think. I don't have to come out here and start accusing and doing all this goofy shit. I put it on display and you come to your own conclusions. But the mere fact that this bitch want to sit over there and just be lying and then won't get mad, gonna get mad at me because she lying, then want to try to play victim. Oh, they're defaming my character, but you're defaming people's character every time you get up here. R. Kelly stands. If you're a true supporter, I need you to contact Homeland Security. The fuck up out of here with that shit. This man trying to get a new trial, and your motherfucking ass think it's so brilliant to be contacting Homeland Security and worried about what the fuck I said is janky, ho. Bitch, you don't go find somebody else to fucking play with, you little dumbass motherfucker. Let's just watch this shit. 2019, bitch. Look this video the fuck up. Hold on, let me see what it's called, just so you can type it in there. It says, R. Kelly agitators, Team Truth, cannot influence real supporters. Azriel Clary's father and his crew. Let's think about that for a second. What you think I'm telling the people without having to come out here and lie, bitch? I'm telling you without telling you. This is my perspective and why I will not be influenced by nothing that they over there doing. I ain't got to manufacture no beefs with them like the super fans. I ain't got to involve myself all in R. Kelly shit to give commentary. And a bitch like you better go find something safe to play with. Fuck is you talking about? What's up, J-Rock? Miss Toy, everybody else in the chat. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Putting out there. I'm Jay, Leona, Teresa. And, we had some difficulties. I don't know what's going on. I'm just on the phone as it's recorded. But nonetheless, I'm listening to the things he's putting out there. I'm listening to the things he's saying and his perspective of how things go down. And the thing that I don't like is when people include me in somebody else's opinion. If somebody else... Did you hear me? Did you hear me? 2019. I said, I don't like when motherfuckers try to include me in their shit. That means Team Lies. That means the super fans. That means you, bitch. Sharron Winbush, aka Flower Pot. Fuck is you talking about? Let's ask you a question. Don't fucking put that on Shanissa, prima donna. I ain't asked you. Oh my God! Wow, Shanissa. She thought she found something. She put my motherfucking name on her wall. Shanissa, I tell you who the fuck I am. I don't hide like you bitches. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah. So don't come at me talking about y'all didn't have that, y'all nothing. Cause let me just bust your bubble real quick talking about what I didn't have, because you can clearly go on my damn YouTube community. Get out there for a second. Now clearly I'm telling you what I was just leading you up into knowing. In this video, when he got on Phaser's channel, he got up there talking about y'all don't have the discovery, y'all don't, like, he just had all the motherfucking information. But like I was demonstrating on Phaser's channel, bitch, unless you know something we don't know, we got the same access to the same motherfucking information, bitch. We don't fucking need nothing from you. But guess what? Some people leaned over there and started fucking with him. Why would I care? And why would I just divert all my attention to Dana, for example, when all of them was dealing with Snitch 9, including Flower Pot's stupid ass? Didn't she go over there on his channel? Oh, wait, she gonna come back and tell you she was just investigating. She was just trying to get information out of Larry to see what he know. And even though she took R. Kelly's brother on Larry's channel, we just don't even worry about that. Don't worry about that. And even as she made the videos exposing her network of dummies, like the infamous Sylvia showing nipples to the man she said threatened her, Demetria Smith, federal witness, yep. And even though she exposed the infamous Sylvia for using Bruce to scam fans out of thousands of dollars, don't report that to Homeland Security. Just tell them that I know who Prima Donna is, and because she won't walk away from Dana J, we just gonna defame her character because we don't like her and we never did. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Y'all never did like my motherfucking ass. You always acted like you didn't know me. Now all of a sudden motherfuckers want to keep the attention on me. And I'm gonna give you hoes a run for your motherfucking money. Every time, bitch. Now, if you want to go down to my post, let's go down to something I posted 4 months ago. What is this? This is part of the motherfucking indictment, right? The indictment I don't motherfucking have. When was this? 4 fucking months ago. So I'm trying to figure out, because they asking you simple questions, because you come on the show like you finna change our mind about what we feel. And my thing is, me, Phases, Dr. Rogers, we all have different opinions. Me, pause right here. I want y'all to look closely at the caption that I spoke on with this. And what I said then was, and if you also notice, you will notice the little black Afro lady, because like I told you, people had such a motherfucking problem with my American flag image. Like, I give a fuck, but just to be cool on the up and up, I changed it to accommodate some people's low self-esteem. Cool, because even though we're talking about a sex symbol, it was so provocative to have a motherfucking image like mine on my motherfucking page. What the fuck ever, bitch. But anyway, let's go into what I said. I said 2019. Trust and believe. I have a lot to say. The devil has come to collect. This is what it's all about. Forfeiture. When I read the indictment, like I said, key words stuck out to me. Forfeiture of assets. That's the specific reason in abusing the RICO laws in forming this enterprise while giving the so-called enterprise all of these perks, getting on the stand to avoid accountability. Now, for me, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as, how is this justice if you're going to tell the public you're going to prosecute all these people, but instead of doing that, you charge this man under the RICO Act, but you don't charge the enterprise? It don't make no fucking sense. People can't even focus on breaking down each and every aspect of why I said shit like that, because they wanted a beef with Snitch 9. They want to sit here and listen to delusional people whom they don't even know who's behind these profiles. So when Flower Pot came out here and she was telling us about this theft that happened, and then you had Pimplo come out here talking about the police contacted him in regards to the shit Don was saying, as far as saying that he stole R. Kelly's shit, I find it very fucking ironic that the police contacted Pimplo about the music he allegedly stole, but ain't nobody come out here and make no updated videos after they implicated Don, implicated the fact that R. Kelly's attorneys told Don to bring R. Kelly's shit back, while we watching all these strategies to put his music out after we done watched him get convicted, even though they had all the motherfucking information. Somebody make this shit make sense. Somebody make this shit make sense. You essentially helped the government get what the fuck they wanted, a forfeiture of assets. Motherfuckers in the background wanted to sneak their stinking ass in and see what they could get in the mean. I ain't got to come out here and make no bold ass implications about a motherfucking thing. I ain't got to spend all my time trying to be relevant on some shit that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about either. But when it comes to them receipts, they cannot be contested because motherfuckers couldn't comprehend. I don't have to be like the super fans and just be accusing people. I don't have to be on the Flower Pot that want to play janky ass 007 agent. I'ma be nice to you 1 minute, then start trying to make videos when I don't get what I want. Bitch, go to fucking hell, stupid asshole. Personally, I don't talk with the people that are against what I'm doing. Ain't no need for me to fucking debate against people that can't even have simple conversations. See what I'm talking about? Early on, the conversations were hostile. The team lies, Oko, same motherfuckers that's in these fans' chats now, gaslighting their stupid ass, playing both sides. Them same motherfuckers couldn't even have civil conversations. And they wonder why they brought this side of me out. Because y'all didn't like the nice prima donna. Y'all didn't like the cool, laid out, let me sit over here and mind my business prima donna. Just do my research and keep it pushing. You didn't like that prima donna. You wanted to bring out the beast that's going to stay on you hoes' neck every fucking time you mention me in a way that's full of bullshit. Ho. Like, you can't even use simple adjectives and pronouns when describing the people you're talking about. You keep talking about kids. I don't like that shit. So I would never have a real motherfucking conversation with you, me personally. So I don't get why it's necessary for you to have this open dialogue with us in the first place. You keep talking about y'all are trying to figure out why we think the way we think. Maybe because we've had the same information everybody else has had over the past few decades on the tabloids. But that's the surface level. When we start to dig into it and dig out the people behind it, and start to realize it's some bullshit, we have the right to our opinion. We don't have to sit here and debate with no motherfucking people that are in opposition or of our opinion. You can go over there and make all the videos you want to make about whatever you want to make at the end of the day, but stop putting words in my motherfucking mouth, because you have not directly talked to Prima Donna. You talked to us on a group chat, and specific individuals asked you questions. Now, did that mean, you see what I'm saying? Now tell me the flower pot ain't acting just like Snitch 9. She over here trying to incite people to call Homeland Security on some bogus shit. Doing the same shit she saying Levi do. Same shit we seen all these people do. Call Homeland Security. Report this, report that. Put in an inquiry over here. Meanwhile, bitch, who the fuck got to do all that to read fucking indictments, read what the man is being accused of, and give your perspective on why you don't feel like he's guilty? Or if you feel like he's guilty, make your content about why you feel like he's guilty. Instead of coming around playing with people, oh, I'm going to come over here and befriend this person. I'm going to send people over here to befriend her. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to start trying to intimidate her when she don't do what I want her to do. Man, get the fuck up out of here. The fuck is y'all playing with? Because they're asking you, do you have the discovery? They're asking you that because you're talking so matter-of-factly, like you've seen the actual evidence, because we've seen the same itemized list that you saw from the SoundCloud. So at the end of the day, that don't mean shit to us. What are you talking about? So if we feel like that and you come and want to bring it to us, all we're saying is, okay, we seen that, but what do you have to add to what we feel? If you can't bring anything concrete to change our perspective, what the fuck is we talking about? Pause, flip that, apply that to the fans. If I just told you opening in that some of these same people that you've seen in my collages was bringing me this, bringing me that, doing all this stuff, but then trying to play in my face, but you want to know why I didn't focus on the people that I'm specifically telling you are irrelevant to me, what the fuck I'm going to keep making videos to appease your stupid ass for? See, y'all go live and y'all do all this shit for hours and hours and hours, and y'all don't recognize that creating content, that takes fucking time, bitch. That takes time. And clearly you're getting to see that when you do these uploads, they generate a different algorithm. They generate a different view for you. So when you be sitting here trying to count people's views and whatnot, just think about it like this. If I take every last one of my videos and turn them into lives, you will see the difference in how YouTube will send out my notifications. YouTube will promote the content. That's why I always encourage people following me. If you don't get notifications, just come slide through my page. My videos are going to be up here. The ones that I have unlisted now is because I'm going back and re-editing them. But you can trust and believe when I finish, they're going to have the date that I originally did it included in the update. All the clips that I've shared over the years, they're going to be updated with commentary. But what I ain't going to do is keep trying to come out here and speak on why these people are slow to me, keep trying to implicate me and why I say the shit that they put on display is janky, because they feel away, because I don't give a fuck. What's up, Lady T?
What up, girl?
Girl.
What up, girl?
These people is
trying to silence you again.
You already know what it is. That's what I be saying. Like, these motherfuckers, first of all, at first it was the ops. Now it's the fans. Man, fuck all these people. I don't give a fuck about them. I didn't come in this shit as a fan. I built my own audience while they had to jump from platform to platform, piggybacking off each other audience. So they confused that the people that share their views, The people that they go on platforms and shit, y'all all think the same, and that's cool. So when I say stay y'all ass over there, I mean this shit. Stay y'all ass the fuck over there. Because my audience and y'all audience ain't the fucking same. My audience don't give a fuck about no motherfucking Dana J did this. They don't give a fuck about no motherfucking the cousin Levi. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They give a fuck about these cases. The fuck is you talking about?
Okay, they gonna mess around and get in trouble.
I swear for Lord, I swear for Lord, I'm waiting on
Because
Homeland.
because they sent that inmate out and talk about sending him cash apps and stuff. Oh, that video gonna be turned in.
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. While she over here talking about Rico and racketeering and shit, do you really want these people to pull all these motherfucking associates in who were over here funneling all these cash apps? Because they over there looked at the super fan and tried to say the little 30 round shit. But let's think about all the money transfers these people have engaged in, including the ones that was over there with her sending money to Snitch 9. Putting money on his motherfucking books, sending money for him to get married. Bitches, you cool? You ain't see Prima Donna do none of that motherfucking goofy ass shit. The fuck you mean? But I'm supposed to specifically target Dana because he over there doing the same thing he did to the flower pot. Let them expose their motherfucking self. Because for years, they've said he's a liar. So let's get to the nitty gritty. For years, you and your motherfucking goofy ass people wanted to come out here and perpetuate this narrative that the person you put in position to do all the influencing on social media, you don't fuck with no more. You put the hit out, block Dana J. Let's put this shit in fucking perspective. Y'all said block Dana J, but Prima Donna is standing in your motherfucking way because Prima Donna won't walk away from Dana J. But guess what, bitch? I can fucking deal with whoever the fuck I want to on this motherfucking internet. Fuck is you talking about? Oh, you can't be a supporter because you still listen to Dana J. Bitch, ain't no supporter still listening to your dizzy ass talking about call Homeland Security and this man fighting for a new trial. But I motherfucking welcome it because all you pussy assholes need to be investigated. And I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. The motherfucking spectators, the motherfucking cheerleaders, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you talking about?
Like I said before on your last slide, a lot of these bloggers is gonna be on the stand and say what they was doing. Just watch.
Don't you think when people get offended trying to discredit my collages, don't you think it would have been more effective if people came out here and talked about what was going on? Like I said on my last live, if you came out here and said, hey, when Don was on this channel, he confirmed this and that. He did this and that. When this person was on this channel, this and that was revealed. If you came out here and spoke on the things that I was focusing on instead of assuming that I'm trying to implicate people that I don't give a fuck about, is you cool? Larry said, and that's what I agree with you, Miss Prima. I agree with you. They get immunity in their criminals themselves. The real criminals was the ones that testified against Mr. R. Kelly. That's what I'm saying. But you had the big brain bitch over there gaslighting these super fans. Hold on, let me pause this video right here, and I'm gonna see if you catch this memo. Cause that bitch over there is stupid as fuck. That I don't have to come out here and make no implications on people to demonstrate why I view all of them the same way. From motherfucking Snitch 9 to motherfucking Levi to her motherfucking stupid ass over there. Fuck is she talking about? Hold on.
And they still talk about this defense fund. Lord have mercy.
But I'm talking in circles because y'all keep coming out here talking in circles and ain't talking about shit. Hold on. Let me pause the video I was just showing and let's go into this video. And I'm gonna see if you catch what I'm throwing out here. Cause they slow over there. They slow. Hold on, watch this shit.
Like a zoo, screens for cages, lies for food. They point, they type, they shout, but the truth doesn't rattle. Every step I take, the chains break. I'm still standing, still speaking.
last time I checked, I don't work with them, don't fool with them, and don't owe them any explanations other than to say, you go tell your audience what you think and worry less about me, boo, unless you are ready to hit my Cash App.
They ain't yelling the enterprise, they tell lies. Point blank, period. If they ain't part of the enterprise, they tell lies.
Yeah, y'all heard what he said. If they ain't hollering enterprise, they telling lies. If they ain't yelling enterprise, they terrorize. Did you hear this motherfucker? And this the motherfucker y'all want to fucking follow. This the motherfucker y'all want to gaslight on the fucking internet playing and shit. And then when he come out here holding R. Kelly shit, everybody want to get mad because I put it on display. But you want to skip past. If you look closely, look at the name that you see. Don't that say Leroy Brown? Does it? Does it not? So with that being said, when I keep telling y'all, I did not know these people who was sending me shit until they got to beefing, and while they was over here trying to direct my attention to Dana J, the shit they was doing was more alarming to me than the shit they over here fabricating against Dana. Because at the end of the day, even when it came to the Jasmine situation, is that in paperwork? All the shit they talked about, is that in paperwork? So the fact that they want to keep circling back to this defense fund, which they over there congregating with motherfuckers who inquired to the government to investigate, but they stupid ass still ain't happy. Who the fuck you think finna keep repeating myself because they slow and stuck on stupid? Talking about I don't know what kind of attorney. Bitch, I don't know no motherfucking attorney on live 8 to 10 motherfucking hours talking in circles. I don't know what they're talking about. I know you don't know. The fuck did worry about your motherfucking self. That's why you don't know. Worry about the wrong shit.
Anybody that's ready to interrupt us will say, hey, the indictment says anybody that's willing to enterprise, I'm willing. That's what I'm saying. And if you're willing, then tell you the enterprise too. Don't say it because I told you. Just tell it because that's what they said.
You heard what he's saying. So from the beginning, if I notice this goofy, dizzy ass motherfucking super fan already out here misleading people, is it my point of view to speculate on why he's slow, why he's dumb, and why he's being gaslit to come out here and crash out? Fuck no. But I put it on display for a reason, because while the government was talking about the enterprise is the managers, bus drivers, this person, those people that they were implying were put on the witness stand to corroborate their case instead of being prosecuted. But when you have a dumbass bitch on here trying to mind fuck fans and say, well, technically the government is saying we're the enterprise. Bitch, that ain't what the fuck they said, motherfucker. Is you stupid? I got a question for you. Do you think it's time, and people in the chat can answer this question too, for Mr. Kelly to take the stand and tell his side of the stories, yes or no? I'm going to tell you right now, this is what was told to me as far as why he did not take the stand. Because again, people wanted to skip past how all of his cases were being padded. How at that time with the RICO case, if you recall, he still had open cases. From what was told to me, he didn't want to take the stand with open cases. But again, I'm at a point now, I'm motherfucking tired of these fraud ass motherfucking people. If you can get R. Kelly on this shit to get on YouTubers' platforms, you can get his ass on the news or somebody to professionally put his fucking information out instead of relying on these goddamn stupid ass fans. What's up, J-Rock?
What's up, Prima? You good?
These people is running up my blood pressure on today.
I can tell by the tone of your voice right now.
I'm trying to cool. I woke up because y'all know I work third shift. So when I wake up, the first thing I see is all these notifications. And on top of that, this bitch just keep over there talking about Prima Donna, a.k.a. Shanissa Yarbrough. Motherfucker, we know who I am. Who are you?
Well, you know what? When I first caught the live, because I think you was on like about 15 minutes before I actually got on, before I got on and I was in the chat. But I was like, damn, she on one today. She is definitely on one. However, one of the reasons why I jumped on here, shout out to my boy Lex, he posted something in a link, and really shout out to Black CEO.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure y'all probably heard about this, but it said that Jermaine Jackson has been ordered to pay $6.5 million after he allegedly forced his way into the home of an alleged victim and R-worded her back in 1988.
What?
Here's the information. Jermaine Jackson has been ordered to pay more than $6.5 million to a woman who accused him of R and SA after he failed to respond to her lawsuit over an alleged 1988 incident. According to the default judgment filed Thursday, May 14th in Los Angeles County Superior Court and obtained by People magazine, the former Jackson 5 member must pay the damages and other costs to Rita Butler Barrett. In the complaint filed in December of 2023, Barrett alleged that Jackson, now 71, violently SA'd her after allegedly showing up uninvited to her home in or around the spring of 1988 and forcing his way inside her home. She claimed he left once he was agitated. According to the complaint, which was viewed by People, Barrett said Jackson knew her husband, Ben Barrett, who worked closely with Berry Gordy and founder of Motown Records. She alleged that Berry Gordy had a business or management relationship with Jackson at the time of the alleged assault. Okay, what do you mean alleged? You knew. First of all, Jermaine Jackson was married to Hazel Gordy, Berry's daughter.
Right.
He stayed with Motown when his brothers left for CBS. And that was in the late 70s going into the 80s. Because remember, Jermaine Jackson discovered the DeBarge family.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Switch came about. Said alleged relationship. She knew. This was 1988. Jermaine Jackson been around Motown since late 70s. So there's no alleged to it.
Right.
That was already confirmed. But also it says, during the assault, the plaintiff, a woman of faith, prayed to God for help. The complaint states, during the assault, here comes everybody's favorite line. During the assault, the plaintiff feared for her life. Barrett claimed she reported the alleged assault to Gordy the following day and accused him and others in business of concealing it to protect Jackson's image and preserve profits tied to his career. She also alleged that there was a broader cover-up, quote unquote, aimed at suppressing the alleged incident for the purpose of preservation of reputation per the complaints. The complaint stated Barrett suffered severe emotional, physical, psychological injury, including humiliation, shame, guilt, economic loss, economic capacity, and permanent emotional stress following the alleged assault involving Jackson. The complaint says Barrett is a survivor of sexual assault, sexual SA, SB, which is battery, and SA abuse, as well as harassment and R-word at the hand of Jackson. And we all know that this news just comes weeks after Jackson appeared alongside his son Jafar at the Los Angeles premiere at the Michael biopic, which actually featured his son Jafar.
That's crazy.
What's up, J-Rod?
Miss Lady T, what's going on? Look,
and by the way, let me first commend you because I appreciate you coming up here redirecting. Because like I tell people, my audience and their audience ain't the same. So we over here, we like to talk about other stuff. We like to build on information. We like to compare things. So again, I appreciate you. in this conversation. But like I said, y'all don't, like I was saying about R. Kelly, when they built the foundation for these people to come out here with these old claims and made this Victim Survivor Act, and first of all, it went from children to now we just gonna open it for anybody to come and say, well, this happened to me in 1992. The fuck you mean?
Yeah, and see, with the Jackson, like I think it was McCann Cornell said, I didn't know that Jermaine discovered the DeBarges. Yeah, he discovered the DeBarges because if you go back in the day, the group switched because their older brother Bobby was one of the lead singers of Switch, and that was due to the discovery of Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine helped discover Switch, sign Switch.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That might be before my time. I don't.
Yeah,
I never heard of that group.
Yeah. It was back in the day. I got an older brother, so I already know. So Switch is one of his favorite groups, so I knew about all of that. But like I said, all these essays, and then you got recently Bill Cosby got hit. What was the amount that Bill Cosby was supposed to be hit with? What, $14-15 million?
Yeah.
In regards to an assault that supposedly happened back in 1972.
Right.
Then you got this with Jermaine Jackson. Stephon Diggs just coming off of a not guilty verdict with this, with his episode. We told Prima, you, me, us, a lot of people, we've been saying that once they started this shit with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, did you really think they were going to stop there?
See my point? That's been my whole perspective. Like when they talking about some a reckoning with R. Kelly, hold on, pimping. This some hypocrisy. This some hypocrisy, because it would be different if you said a reckoning with the industry and maybe your message would have made sense. But when you target specific individuals and you look at their assets and you see how they trying to flip this shit, see what I'm saying? Like, for example, back in the day, y'all know it used to be where you took somebody and pressed criminal charges, then you sued. They done made it to where the first thing you want to do is civil lawsuit. Let's do a RICO lawsuit. Like, all of this shit is becoming popular. Why? We saw why. What's up, Dana? Yeah. Kiki, Ashley, how y'all doing?
Yep, I saw a podcast on YouTube earlier this week called the Ask a Brother Podcast, and he had two panels. He had an all-female panel and an all-male panel. The all-female panel was basically was shocked. Well, not necessarily shocked. They kind of expected, because they were addressing Stephon Diggs and the Me Too movement, and how the Me Too movement has been playing a major role in the uptick of a lot of false stories that's being put out, and a lot of men who seem to be that even if you were found innocent, your reputation is basically shot.
Right.
And it's like you can't recover.
Right.
Once those allegations hit.
That's a fact. But my thing is, even though these allegations have swarmed R. Kelly since the 90s, obviously for these people to try to mind screw us talking about everybody knew this, everybody knew that, what does that tell you? Some just ain't adding up here.
Well, here's the key question. Who define everybody?
Right. They'll never put a name on it. It's just everybody, and you just supposed to believe every single person in the industry believes this. And then when you see specific celebrities come out and talk about what they don't know shit about, then that gives fuel to the fire. And then they come out here where there's smoke, there's fire. Y'all made the fire, stupid. That's my problem with black media. That's my problem when it boils down to it all with these fans and shit. Y'all come out here and you want to have these high expectations for mainstream media. Meanwhile, you do the same shit, and it's more offensive because you're black yourself. You're melanated. You're going against your own. But then have the audacity to want to talk about some Black Lives Matter. Don't you know all these movements were funded by the same individuals?
Prima, you know what? funny you should say that, because I had a similar conversation with a partner of mine about a few days ago, and we said the exact same thing. I said what made R. Kelly's situation so bad was the fact that it's his own people that were in it, that were involved in it, that would always seem to act like that they had his best interest at heart, but really didn't. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. The former PR for R. Kelly, Daryl Johnson, whom I said, and I believe, I'm gonna say alleged, but I believe when that whole Gayle King interview was set up, I believe CBS and Gayle King paid that man under the table.
Right.
Because remember, Andrew Wyatt, who was real close to Bill Cosby, who was real cool with Bill Cosby, he said that he had reached out to R. Kelly's camp.
And you recall, he said he knew, and this another discrepancy. He said he knew his cousin Keith, but wait a minute, I thought Keith was his friend, his best friend, aka the power of attorney. So what do you mean his cousin? Which one is it?
Right. And see, what got me was when he said he reached out to his camp, whoever he talked to, he said, well, Rob needs the money. Evidently, he didn't get paid from it. So who got paid from the interview? Because he didn't. And if Daryl Johnson was any kind of real PR, he would have been able to go back in R. Kelly's history, been able to try to dig up any kind of discrepancy or false narrative, and would have brought it to light.
You know what he did? You know what he did instead? Got another uncharged act for R. Kelly on account of bribery. What kind of stupid shit is that? Then nobody want to talk about that though.
Yep. And see, which I totally believe that he was scamming the whole time, because if you take a look, all the platforms he was on CBS, Gayle King. He was on with CNN. He was on company. He was making the media rounds, but he never went in to try and actually bring light to the situation that R. Kelly had gone through. He never even tried to come out and diffuse the claims.
Right.
He was being very passive, but he never attacked the allegations and the claims against him or the PR machine that was behind it.
Facts. But people on YouTube just act like it's my job, like I'm supposed to do it because I can do it in a way without lying on people. At the end of the day, that's all been my point. All this stuff that I uncovered, how the hell you gonna tell me all these other people couldn't came across the same information?
Thank you.
This shit ain't rocket science. If I could come across it, you gonna tell me the feds ain't came across it? But no, like we know, they will cherry pick what they want to build their cases. They will put the pressure on people to corroborate their cases. So if they don't have the physical evidence, we could put these janky witnesses on the stand to testify to some bullshit. So like I said, shouldn't they immunities be revoked? Shouldn't they be prosecuted for perjury if the defense can do their fucking job and come in and prove their lies instead of people worried about what I say on the internet?
Right. You 100 on that. And also, I'm gonna say this because I've been hearing the comments. I saw the one post you said when that you had posted on your community wall when you said you had a post saying that Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and Diddy have been convicted for their crimes, but Harvey Weinstein's retrial came up with no verdict.
Right, that's the second time he got a what is it, mistrial?
I think so. But they're talking about and people just scratching their head wondering why. I'm like, y'all. So see, this is what pissed me off so much. These people got their head so far up their ass they would never even see the truth at all.
Right.
Some of them, to me, I really believe, especially with some of these celebrities out here, you putting out the content and everything, you putting out all the pieces you put together, and all the stuff I discovered that I was able to put together. How come none of these celebrities out here has ever come out and said any of the stuff that we said.
Because they under contract. That's what I'm saying.
That part.
We all that what I don't understand why people idolize these celebrities so much. They under contract the same way some of us have jobs. Just like you can't speak ill of your job, would make you think the record label's gonna let their celebrities come out here and speak ill of them and the janky practices they keep them enslaved in.
Yep.
Point blank period. You don't think it comes into play, you know, when streaming and all that stuff came, even when LimeWire, way back then, when people started downloading stuff, you don't think that took a direct hit in the record label industry and all them people that was stealing and misappropriating funds and shit had to figure some shit out?
Yeah, and see, you go back to the part when you mentioned about Rico. My best friend asked me this question. He said, man, how they get R. Kelly on a RICO charge? But RICOs are normally reserved for crime bosses and criminal organizations. I was like, yeah, you absolutely right. The reason why they got R. Kelly for it is because they had a web and they was trying to piece all these other bad act witnesses and other actions against them to try to tie it to him. But also you've got the Me Too movement that done jumped their ass in it to try to add even more fuel to the fire. Because one of the main reasons why, and I still believe this, the reason why they want to keep R. Kelly locked up in this whole narrative of live is because R. Kelly is kind of their crown jewel with the Me Too movement. If you discredit R. Kelly's case and everything that went along with it, they really don't want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes, because then you're gonna find out how much the mainstream media was really involved in it.
But watch this though. R. Kelly was also the easiest target to take down because they knew he had a circle of weird ass people working against him. They knew what they were doing with R. Kelly specifically. Okay. We're not going to brush that under the rug. They knew he was an easy target. That's it. That's all.
No, you're right. You're right. And also, too, because of the fact that these are the same weird ass people that may have very well been in contact with some of these same mainstream media outlets.
Facts. As far as Jennifer Bongine, I thought he fired her and got, what's his name? Mark Agnifilo, whatever, however you say his name. When he lost his appeal or something with his appeal, I thought he switched attorneys. And that'd be what I'm saying. It don't take people coming on the internet trying to hire and fire other people's attorneys, but you had all these people coming out here doing it in R. Kelly's case. You mean to tell me that can't nobody put the obvious common sense word in his ear? Hey, you might need to change up your defense because this ain't working, bro. Instead of misleading him, leading him to the wolves, and then acting like, yeah, I'm gonna get you up out of here. I'm gonna let them murder you in the public domain. But somehow, some way in the future, we're gonna get you out of here with all the information we've been withholding.
Yep. And see, that's the strange part.
Now they want to say it's us because I won't break down my collages so that they can lie about it, and because we won't provide certain answers to their questions that they want to put on public domain, because for 6-7 years have I not said no defense should be on YouTube? If anybody trying to help this man, you would be doing that behind the scenes. You're not coming on YouTube with this bullshit.
Yep. And also that's why I find it real funny, all these people out here trying to have all these R&B concerts. I have never seen so many so-called R&B concerts going on at one time in my life. Like, there's like everybody trying to scramble, trying to save R&B. Dude, y'all been letting R&B die a slow death for nearly a decade.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden everybody talking about they want to save R&B now.
Yeah. Because from my perspective of it, like I said, I just feel like some of them felt like R. Kelly was in their way. And maybe they felt like getting him out the way would make them shine brighter. You know how niggas is.
That part right there, what you just said.
Larry said, how can you put together Rico in an enterprise on one person? Gerald Griggs said to himself, we had to change the narrative on this one particular person. There was no charge. The ladies was up to age, because now you can see how when they put out narratives, I can flip it without defaming people's characters. If you ask me, they're the fucking Rico. All these people who conspired to take R. Kelly down, that sent money from here to there, that crossed state lines to do this and that, these are the people that should be prosecuted under the RICO. Okay? So I don't have to come out here and put my attention on Snitch Nine, Levi, and anybody else these motherfuckers want me to speak on because they slow. They the fucking RICO. Include Sony in that bitch too. Include CBS in that bitch too. What is you talking about?
And also, if you want to include a couple of other entities, if you want, also include the NAACP, because after all, Gerald Griggs is a very active member of that. Not to mention, I believe he's the president of the Atlanta branch of the NAACP, if I'm not mistaken.
He is.
And also, too, the Black Church, who just so happened to be one of the prominent voices right now, just so happened to be Jamal Bryant. And Jamal Bryant, whom we have all seen, has sat down with Gerald Griggs, with the Savage family in church, and also was appearing at the other surviving R. Kelly premiere with Gerald Griggs.
But you know where Gerald Griggs went? He wasn't at that damn courthouse with his clients, Tim Savage them. And then he gonna say, well, I got other clients. Who else did you represent? Because again, you wasn't at the court. Why you questioning me on my motherfucking comments, Mr. Griggs? The fuck?
And see, McCann Cornell asked a question, why is the NAACP allowing that goofball to get involved in such affairs? Great question. That's a really good question. My thing is, because Gerald Griggs got in the way, because there's two entities that R. Kelly could have went to get support: NAACP and the Black Church. By Gerald Griggs already being part of the NAACP, he cuts that line of support. And by him aligning himself with Jamal Bryant, who also has a somewhat prominent voice in the Black Church, there's a support with him, you cut off two lifelines that R. Kelly could have leaned on. So that means he wouldn't have got no support from either one.
Now you see what I'm cooking up, love. Because again, I would have seen a RICO in my mind if they included some of these names: Susan Loggins, Daryl McDavid, Barry Hankerson. I could go on and on and on. Linda Mitch, but hey, she's gone now. Apparently, they don't want to solve that case. It's a lot of shit that looks more like a RICO than what they presented. But again, compare R. Kelly to Diddy. Look at the defense in both cases. The shit they pulled with R. Kelly, they weren't able to finesse with Diddy. On top of, they didn't bring all the underage elements that would also taint a jury's perspective, seeing these crying ass women on the stand.
Right. And I told people, and I've been telling people ever since that Stephon Diggs trial went down, that the Stephon Diggs trial, if you really look at it, it was just an abbreviated version of R. Kelly's trial. Because the way that witness acted, the way she was trying to spin her story, the way that judge and the attorney had to get on her asking the question, if you go through R. Kelly's transcript, it's the exact same thing.
Right.
The only difference between the two is, number one, Stephon Diggs' trial was televised. Number two, his trial was in Massachusetts, not New York, the birthplace of the women's rights movement, quote unquote, which already puts you at a bad disadvantage if you get a trial in New York. And also the fact that the mainstream media did not allow the defense of R. Kelly's defense information really got out. They never discussed the cross-examination that came to the defense, and they never discussed the transcripts,
right?
Which would have really brought a lot of this to light. they didn't do anything. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot one other thing. The sequestered jury in R. Kelly's trial.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the main differences. All things being equal, you would have noticed the same thing in R. Kelly's trial, like you noticed in Stephon Diggs' trial. Now, Stephon Diggs' trial, I think it was state trial, but you know, I've been hearing, like, you know, federal trials. They said, you know, the feds don't like to actually have their trials televised. Maybe it's some truth to that. I don't know, but
right. That's what I was told. You know, federal cases they don't televise, state cases they do.
Which I think is a reason why Kim Fox dropped those state charges against R. Kelly.
Right, talking about some we feel like he's gotten this. That don't matter. Y'all said y'all was here for justice. See, let's get back to the origin. Her case is what started all of it. Her case is what then was transferred, in my opinion, to the feds. So if her case collapses and people don't see the flaws within the people that they went to the grand jury with, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this shit crazy.
Yeah, because remember, she said when she did the press conference and she dropped those state charges, she said, "This is not about dropping we brought the charges to actually bring light to the violence, but we felt that it was supposed that he's already been convicted by the feds. He's already standing trial for that." So I'm like, if he was been wrong in the state, take the state trial too. But see, we know the reason why, because if you would have televised it, everybody would have saw the fuckery that would have been involved in that, and now your whole office would now be under scrutiny, and a whole lot more questions would have come out, and then that would have been, then that not only would have brought questions in the state charges, but it would brought questions in the federal charges as well, and they didn't want to take that chance of happening.
So park that right there. When the fans come to YouTube and want to keep talking about this blogger and that blogger early on, remember when I'm talking about the fact that the defense was asking for the communications between Kim Fox and Avenatti. So I just feel like people were dropping the ball, taking the focus off the case and pressure points that we could have been raising public awareness of, while people wanted to play in the case, which ain't my prerogative to do. The point was, if these people had put the pressure on the chain of custody, the misconduct early on, I swear to God, I feel like all of this shit would have happened differently. But like he said, Black people believe anything and everything the media says. That's why I established my platform. Because when I was seeing this shit on the internet, when I was seeing the news coverage, when I was reading the articles, I'm looking at this like, oh, hell no, I don't believe. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? They're literally rewriting this history the way they want people to come back and view it, right? Mm-hmm. That's my perspective. That's how I make my content for those on the slow bus. When I structure my content, it's for a hindsight situation. Because again, a lot of people didn't want to believe the shit in real time. Mm-hmm. They didn't.
Prima, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because of the fact that they talk about how they believe everything that the media tell them, and then you start bringing out, and then you start slowly tearing down the narrative that's been around this man. And once people start to see it, one thing about it, once you see it, you can't unsee it after you see it. You can't
That's
unsee
a fact. I'm telling you, them collages, they trigger people, but I promise you, once you start being exposed to another perspective, you just can't keep running, like, unless you just want to be delusional. Ain't no way. It ain't no way.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's why one of the reasons I brought up, and see, people, one of the things I will beat my hand on the table every time. The fact that you look at somebody like Dame Dash, who's been lying on Aaliyah and R. Kelly on every platform he's been on. All the stuff he done said. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I was on a live with Black CEO, it was brought to the attention that Nick Cannon had Dame Dash on his platform. And I believe
stupid shit.
Yeah, and I believe it might have been Rated R who brought this up. I think it was. He said that Dame Dash said that R. Kelly and Aaliyah were never married. He said they were never married. How can a 15-year-old get married? They were never married. So how you go on from Nick Cannon's podcast saying that they were never married to go on everybody else's platform and saying how he all worded your girl, and he's like, I was gone, I was out of there, I was done, I wasn't even doing any business with him. Okay. So let me get this straight. So I'm like, let me get this straight. So you mean to tell me that Dame Dash jumps up and goes, well, he all worded my girl. I was done with him. I ain't gonna be. I'm like, you were done with him. Remember the Dynasty album Jay-Z put out like around 2000?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a song on it called Guilty Until Proven Innocent, featuring R. Kelly, right?
Yep.
So here's the funny part. If R. Kelly supposedly all worded your girl, Dame Dash, you was executive producer on the album. So if you was executive producer on the album, how'd you co-sign a song called Guilty Until Proven Innocent when R. Kelly's words said, you can charge me but I'm not guilty?
You know what? I don't know. This might have went over people's head when I did it in real time. Go back to that video. What was the scene of that video? You remember what you talking about? The guilty, not guilty. When they in the interrogation room, they passing the evidence all around. You don't tell me that's not a mirror of what was going on in R. Kelly case. I swear for Lord, they be playing in our motherfucking face.
You right.
They playing in our fucking face. That
You
shit
right.
was in the video. They got the orchestrated ass Me Too bitches. You got the evidence being passed all the fuck around and shit. The fuck?
You can literally probably say it was a precursor to all of this.
Yeah.
You might as well say that. It was a precursor to all of this. And then he said, well, now R. Kelly and Leah went their separate ways 95, 96. They always went on their separate ways. But R. Kelly did a song, wrote and produced a song for a famous duo by the name of Changing Faces. Changing Faces had a song called All of My Days. And the song All of My Days was featuring Jay-Z and R. Kelly, in which R. Kelly wrote it and produced it. Now, here's the funny part. On the video, you can pull the video up right now. Dame Dash in a white suit standing next to Jay-Z in the damn video. So he all worded your girl, but this video was about 2 years after him and Aaliyah went their separate ways. But he all worded your girl. And don't even get me started on Fiesta and the So Sexy video with Twista featuring R. Kelly.
He was in that one too? Because he claimed he wasn't in the same set with R. Kelly in the Fiesta. Talking about some, we did different scenes. He was in his own scene and we was in our own scene. Yeah.
Now, here's the funny part about that. He said that, well, Aaliyah said, I could be on the video, just don't be in any scenes with him. Huh?
Who does it?
Hold
on. That's equivalent to Drea Kelly talking about this man abused my child, but yeah, Street get his music. That's my baby daddy. When he's good, we're good. The same what? Did you kidding me?
He said you can be on the video, but just don't be in the same scene with. Okay, let me get this straight. The other girl who you said was all word by the dude whose video you supposed to be on when Jay-Z did the remix with him. And then they had the party, but she said it's cool for you to be in the video, but he can't be around. You can't be in any shots with him at his own video.
Right.
He can have whoever, whatever the hell he want. It's his damn video. So what he gonna do? He just gonna have a mask on and duck. Whenever the camera pan around and say like, oh shit, I can't be on, I gotta duck. Really?
They play too much.
Yeah, they play too much. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, Aaliyah died August 25th, 2001, right?
Yep.
Twista's Kamikaze album dropped 2004. There was a song called So Sexy. And So Sexy was a song that was produced by R. Kelly, also co-written by Twista. They did a video in Chicago. And in the video in Chicago, the Brat was in the video because the Brat was a bus driver. Then you got all the people that was on there. Dan Dash standing in there with a Ronald McDonald sweatsuit in the damn video, and he said, "I was done. I was out of there. I was gone." This dude, this video was 3 years after your quote unquote girl died.
Right.
So Love Unconditional asked a question, said, "Say what, J-Rock?" Yeah, I don't know which question that caught your attention. Maybe it's the one when I told you about the Change of Faces video, All of My Days. Yeah. Jay-Z was in the video. Dame Dash was in the video too.
Yeah, they literally play in our face. This is what they underestimate about the power of social media and what I've always also demonstrated. We have a lot of power in our hands. Yeah, they might be able to mask the fact that, yes, they overpower us as far as numbers. All this viral shit that we see. What does that change? People actually just getting out here and speaking on what they say, what they feel, instead of being scared. Anybody can start a platform. Anybody. I said that from the beginning. It don't take much to start a platform, but it takes a lot to be consistent and stay on task. You know how many people want to hear the conversation? You know how many people that dead ass don't believe none of the shit that's going on this internet, that just support R. Kelly? So when you add the element of how wrong he was done and you stick to the facts, that's more powerful than coming out here clout chasing, to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually is, because there's a lot of people that got a whole lot involved in this BS. There's a lot of people that's involved. That's why I don't take no word of any celebrities in regards to whenever they got a negative narrative to say about R. Kelly. I take every single piece with a grain of salt, because my thing is, because now my mind is like, okay, what if you got into this? What's your end game in this? How do you profit from it?
Right. That's logical. Like when that's what any detective, anybody with common sense will first do. First questions. You hear something, the first thing you want to question is, what does this person have to gain? What's the motives, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you have to gain? What kind of relationship you had with him in the past? Did you have a situation where you wanted to work with him and he turned you down? Or was it something that you had that you wanted to get something from him and you didn't get it, or it wasn't like you thought it was going to be, or didn't play out like you wanted it to, and then all of a sudden you got salty?
Right.
So that's why I side eye a lot of people now, and and one of my homeboys was like, man, you need to be on the radio. You need to bring this information. I was like, man, look, if I get on it, I don't want to be on anybody's radio show, really, because of the fact They may do some janky shit like cut off my mic, cut the commercial, do everything they can to try to literally, basically try to kill any kind of momentum that we had that was going on. Oh, by the way, and I know you saw the article when I told you about CBS making that $20 million donation to Me Too, and the information that went on with that.
Right.
And see that alone, if that network already donated that sizable donation to an organization like that, and it was months before R. Kelly even got interviewed, the fix was already in.
Right. So put it all together. What do you think that I initially was saying was janky? How they strategized to lock this man up. Duh.
Yep.
This was strategy. This was strategy all the way, from the financial attack to the production to the bad actresses to all the chaos. All of it, plot by plot by plot. But who am I to come out here and defame people's character when I don't know the ins and outs, the whys, but I know damn well if everybody's seeing the same shit I see, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm. And Larry Hawkins just asked a good question. He asked, when did Dame Dash and Aaliyah date? How old has this been? They never really gave a time frame on when he started dating her.
Right.
And I kept going back. I was like, when did y'all date? Because remember, they said that Jay-Z and Aaliyah was supposed to have been dating.
Mm-hmm. The question is
and
when.
how that, right. So how did that come about? And then because
I said these people, they must know something when you got people like Nicki Minaj coming out implicating him for dealing with her when she was a minor, you know. Nobody want to gas like that. Nobody want to talk about Foxy or none of that. Hold on. I was meaning to say this a while ago. What I'm confused about was Jane Doe #1 underage when she took the stand in New York. Jane Doe #1 in New York was Aaliyah. So obviously she wasn't on the stand. But like I've been saying, when they be trying to act dumb on this internet, it was no minor on the stand. They put in those paperworks, this happened when this person was supposed to be 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how that went. My point is, again, obviously you have no proof that this happened. So now you're going to compile all of these women together to, again, taint the jury perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting here talking about these girls got these prescriptions over here. What does that prove? Shouldn't you have his medical records that say he was diagnosed with herpes on this day? Is that not what you bank on when you go for exposure? Like, all that's what I'm saying. Like, it make me mad when I think about all these years these people done played in y'all face. And you want to sit here and question I don't mean y'all in the chat, but they want to question me because I don't mind answering y'all questions. But them over there, they be want to question and challenge me over the stupidest ass shit that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, and
the herpes, the how you have a deceased person in this damn indictment, how you put this man bribery charge on R. Kelly, but where's the proof that a bribery occurred? Number one, I'm tired of talking about the damn marriage certificate. Number two, because it's stupid all the way around. It's stupid. Like, you playing on people's intelligence. That shit is stupid.
Right. And see, here's the thing, and here's something that they don't want to do. You mentioned the bribery, but they don't want to mention Demetrius Smith in the bribery. They want to conveniently leave his name out of it because they want to make sure, they want to make it seem like R. Kelly orchestrated it when it was, in actuality, it was Demetrius Smith who was involved in it. Because after all, Demetrius Smith did say, I know some people over there at the place and they took some money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're fully aware it was Demetrius Smith. However, under the RICO, we're acting like he was doing this on behalf of R. Kelly, even though he said on the stand R. Kelly wasn't aware of this and that. But it's okay because now the prosecutors and the judge, they could blur the lines with the instructions and be like, well, they didn't have to necessarily be aware of this, all this other bullshit. So now you can sit here and say technically you could have a RICO enterprise, a criminal RICO enterprise, but not prove no criminality in it. Like what the how?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then since they want to bring a deceased person into the trial, okay. Why doesn't anybody? And every time I ask this question, still nobody has answered this question yet. Why is it that this so-called tape was never leaked, never came out until 6 months after Aaliyah's death? It was never around.
Well, I'm gonna give you my perspective on it because again, they holding this, but he married Aaliyah. Number one, you remember that's the trigger one. That didn't work. So now that she deceased, like I said when I started researching it in the beginning, people was just saying a R. Kelly sex tape. They weren't saying no R. Kelly on a child with a child. Cause who in the fuck finna say R. Kelly on the tape with a child? Let me go look at it. The fuck is we talking about here? The tape came out, then the narrative was spent. That's how that shit went. So as far as you saying the timing, I just think again, strategy, just all in play. It didn't work with Aaliyah, so now you come in with this tape, and we exclude the extortion of it all, and we go and build a RICO saying he obstructed justice, so nobody could find out this shit happened. The fuck is we talking about?
Right. Aaliyah died August 2001. That tape came out February 2002. Because I've said this, I'm going to say it again. I said, wouldn't it make more sense to have, if this actually happened, than to have Aaliyah and the so-called victim on the tape both come out against R. Kelly at that time? That's two witnesses at that point in time that you could have had. But what I believe is somebody told Aaliyah, let Aaliyah know about what they had going on against R. Kelly and what they were going to execute. And I believe that Aaliyah was not down for it and wanted no parts of it.
Right.
And I think once that happened, now this is purely conspiratory. I can't really prove it, but the way these facts are coming out, it seems to me that maybe a certain individual who was R. Kelly's manager may have told her what he had planned, and she wasn't down for it. And maybe this individual put out an insurance policy 2 weeks before her demise, and that's part of the reason why she may no longer be here. Don't that seem kind of like a little on the janky side?
Yeah. I mean, if people start to explore the death clauses, even in these contracts today, you'll see like all these celebrities that done mysteriously passed away and shit. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit. y'all be worried about the wrong shit. This shit, no, ain't no way. She said Javante Cunningham stated that she saw Aaliyah and R. Kelly on the bus. You know what I think to that already? Why didn't the defense subpoena Aaliyah's mama, who said the girl was lying? She don't know no motherfucking Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Why don't we subpoena Sparkle to come in there and say who was the background singer? You know, I got a lot of, there's a lot of people missing in the equation to just let people get on the stand to facilitate the lie you want to tell to the jury and the judge sit there and enable the shit.
And you know what? Here's another question I could throw on there for you, Prima. Why didn't they ask Javante Cunningham, what tour were you on when this happened?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, the tour that they was on, Aaliyah wasn't around then.
But the thing is, she was on a lot of these platforms giving her story time just like the rest of them. And why these people were being distracted and distorted, why didn't people go over there and ask her? You could have got the information before she even got on the stand. But people want to come and incite stupid shit. Then actually, if you want to be a 007 agent, you got to play your position right. What the fuck wrong with y'all? You try to get some information, you get mad and want to expose them up. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here. That shit childish.
Man, you can see you that's a point you've been brought up. You said why not have Aaliyah's mama on there to tell the story? But I believe allegedly that you know BH put a gag order on her not to speak. I'm just saying that that's something that I kind of believe. And
I don't
since
think that'll hold up in court though. Like I know people sign these NDAs and all that stuff, but when it comes to crimes, even them NDAs don't mean nothing. That's what these people exploited. They trying to say because all them settlements occurred also, that's what's establishing these predicate acts. We saying because these other people settled these lawsuits with certain individuals, that is a history and a pattern of this misconduct he's had. That's a goddamn lie.
yeah. And then wouldn't it make sense to have the people or to have the person, the attorney who engineered a lot of these settlements on the stand, Susan Loggins?
Mm-hmm. Like I brought up with Linda Mitch, who cut a lot of them checks. She mysteriously got ran over in Chicago, and her murder has yet to be solved. Conveniently, all the cameras around that motherfucker, they didn't catch. Well, actually, they did. They caught up an image of the van that actually ran her down. But you gonna tell me her family don't get no justice, and nobody gets closure when it comes to these accusations of these settlements? Larry said, what happened to both his best friends? Bubba was having sex with one of the other girls. Well, according to Bubba on social media, big things coming this summer. So I guess we gonna wait and see. He wasn't on the stand, I'll tell you that shit. Another person could have been on the stand. This motherfucker over here talking about she got herpes from R. Kelly, but she's sleeping with R. Kelly and Bubba. So again, how the fuck you gonna sit here and say R. Kelly gave you herpes come on now. You ain't gonna say it's a possibility that you could have got herpes in many different scenarios than to just put it on one person when you're openly saying you were engaging with two. And number one, and number two, how you gonna sit up here and say you were engaging with R. Kelly when you was a minor, but wouldn't you be a minor with Bubba as well? But again, he not being prosecuted, he not on the stand to defend, but he on social media saying big things coming this summer. So take that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like you said about the whole thing about big things coming this summer and everything else. You mentioned earlier a few times saying how these people have been playing in our face all these years. You've been mentioning that. And I go right back to one of the main points I said. And once I said this, everybody and their mom was like, oh shit, I didn't know. Well, if you go back once again to the movie Romeo Must Die. Ironically, I think what was it, about a week ago? Maybe a little bit more than a week ago. Tamron Hall had a show. And Tamron Hall had Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer on her show. Jet Li pops up. And they were talking about the movie Romeo Must Die. And I said, well. They didn't go into a whole lot of deep detail. But for those of you who know, who remember, there's a scene in the movie about on the 22 to 25 minute mark of that movie when Aaliyah went into this music store. By the way, her character actually owned the music store in the movie also.
Mm-hmm.
She ducked in, got a bag out because she was rolling out, and she ducked out because she didn't want to be seen by Anthony Anderson. So when she ducks out, there was a huge poster of R. Kelly's fourth album in the background. Now, this movie came out in 2000. This was 5 years after R. Kelly and Leah when they separate ways. So if Dame Dash, like y'all said, talked about, well, he all worded my girl. Why would your girl, who you said was all worded by this dude, have this very same dude's poster in the background of a movie that she premiered in, and it was her debut out, and it was her debut movie, and on top of that, her family always traveled with her, which means her family was on set. So her family would have saw the poster on set also.
Right.
And also, and I have to say this as well, by them putting that man's poster in that scene, see, there are 4 P's in marketing: pricing, promotion, placement, and product. That poster there, by them making that move, that covers 3 of the 4 P's: product, placement, and promotion. That's a product placement. You don't do a product placement for somebody that SA'd you years before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not a surprise that Barry Hankerson was executive producer. Mm-hmm.
See,
But yeah, it makes no sense. You see how I'm looking at it. On one hand, you still want to profit from the R. Kelly brand, but you're using the R. Kelly brand to also promote Aaliyah brand. You want to make her the poster child for being a victim, and him the predator, while still trying to reap the. You see how that don't work? How can you, as part of his team, feel like that's a genius strategy? Like, people just be looking at this shit surface level, but just look at it as a whole on a business perspective. Same thing with Sony. You sitting over here, you got his catalogs. Meanwhile, your conglomerate partner, CBS, was headlining a whole lot of slanderous shit, including that Gayle King interview, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I don't have to make no accusations and no individualized videos about certain shit that I think or feel.
Yeah, and I just thought it was, and it was funny because when I saw it, I watched because I saw the movie, a whole lot of times ever since it first came out, and when all of this was going on with R. Kelly, one day I just happened to see it. I just stopped, and I froze it, and I said, these motherfuckers out here playing in our face.
Mm-hmm.
Dead in our face.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say he did all those vile things to Aaliyah, but would have this man, ain't no woman that I know that's been SA'd or been involved in anything of that nature would have anything remotely connected to that individual anywhere near her.
Right. And right, Chris. Why didn't the prosecutors put Aaliyah mama on the stand? And somebody should have put her on the stand. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't care if it was the prosecutors or the defense, because how you introducing this deceased person, giving her story, and not only giving the story about the marriage certificate, now you enabling a person to come in talking about an essay that you can't prove occurred, then fabricating stuff about a damn baby, to the point you got this other delusional chick out here talking about I'm R. Kelly and Aaliyah's baby. Man, you don't stop this shit. They running over there to Jaguar and shit like they thought they had. This shit was a complete circus.
And Jaguar, right. I got so many questions.
Right.
Because she'll bring out certain facts and certain points, but she'll leave out a whole lot of other information.
Right. 1 minute she was a madam in the industry, but you really out here want us to believe you out here saving women. Stop.
And then I don't know who it was that said this. I don't know if it was Big Bob, somebody else. Somebody brought up the point about that. Remember the how can I put this? Remember the chick that jumped out and said that she was supposed to be R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter?
That's what I'm talking about. Dang, what was her name? I forgot that quick. Yeah, the girl that was over there with Jaguar, Legina Gold. That's her name.
Mm-hmm. And it was talking about how Jaguar used that as supposedly allegedly had used that as content.
Mm-hmm.
Now it said also might have been connected to Storm Monroe too. I don't know how true that is, but they're saying that Jaguar was. So I'm like, if you're using that for content, why are you throwing added lies on this dude like this?
Right.
So once I heard about that, I was like, you know what? She can make a few statements here or there, but a lot of stuff I take it with a grain of salt, and I just research the rest of it myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing for her to come out here and, like I pointed out to begin with, a lot of the stuff, if you paid attention, she just repeating shit that we've heard. So they giving her this perception of authority because she was in the industry. Okay, and she also didn't make it because of this, and that. So that could give her motive to come out here and now build her whole celebrity, acting like she's an advocate to expose the industry. Sound good.
Yeah.
But it's full of hypocrisies, has been my position when it comes to all these people.
Yeah. Let's face it, she's had a wild hair up her ass about Jay-Z for a good while.
Right. And then you remember they caught her in a lie one minute she talking about he essayed her, and then when they caught her lying, talking about that's AI, and then she came back talking about she never said that. Yeah. The lies they tell on this internet, and then shit get taken down, and they just act like the people that remembered it, we just gonna forget it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this though. If Aaliyah and R. Kelly had a baby, I guarantee you she would not look like Celie from The Color Purple.
Right. Oh shit, that was too funny.
I guarantee you that would not happen.
It just makes absolutely no sense. Even the whole narrative, you sitting here saying that. Even when I played the clip of when Jomo was on the radio station and he was talking about the situation, you could see how he was just talking around shit. And even when he said the industry villainized Aaliyah, I think that's kind of a twist, considering how can you then turn around and say the same people when she was working on her project as was R. Kelly involved, and because she wasn't involved, because he wasn't involved, they declined. So now it's R. Kelly's fault because they declined because he wasn't involved in her album.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because if that's what I don't. This is another thing I don't like about people. I was a fan of Aaliyah, but anybody with common sense know her voice wasn't just all that. Her live performances weren't just all that. Like, people be acting delusional than a mug on this internet because they want to put her on this pedestal, and that's cool. It's cool to love these celebrities and whatnot, but you can't just be out here delusional.
Yeah.
Just go back to the old performances. I'm pretty sure some still on the internet.
Yeah, to me, Aaliyah was talented, and Aaliyah had a great stage presence, and Aaliyah was definitely going to be, to me, she was multifaceted because she was going to be able to do a whole lot of things. Now, I was like, I'm just sitting here looking at it like, you know what? But sometimes I can't help but to think, if she never passed away, well, first off, number one, we all know if Aaliyah was still alive, R. Kelly would not be in prison. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two, would Beyonce get all the accolades and all the and all the projects and everything she got now if Aaliyah was still alive?
Right.
Because just like she was in that movie with Austin Powers, Gold member. So you don't think that would have been Aaliyah instead of her?
And we know Aaliyah could act. Now, Beyonce, on the hand, not so much.
Right. Right. And also, let's not forget, when that second Matrix movie dropped, Aaliyah was supposed to be in that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, her role was taken over by Marvin Gaye's daughter, Nona Gaye. That was Aaliyah's role.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just some stuff that kind of makes me wonder.
I just start doing what these fans be doing. Just start clout chasing the beehive. That'll get us some clout over here. And that'll get us some views.
Would it? Oh man. That's going to be a whole. Well, that's going to be a whole other discussion in a whole other situation.
Yeah, we just gonna skip past them and their involvement in the Epstein files. Yeah, we just gonna skip that part.
Which I've also heard about. Anybody that was actually involved in the Epstein files would not be prosecuted, and it goes right back to that.
That why the girl over there trying to correlate me with Ghislaine Maxwell. That's what she was arguing in court, that when Epstein got his little sweetheart deal back in the same time they was doing the first trial with R. Kelly, when he got his sweetheart deal, they implicated that they would not prosecute his accomplices, So that's what she's saying now is, how you gonna come and have me locked up when he had a deal back in such and such and we supposed to be safe?
Yep. I mean, it's everybody got their little deals and little promotions and people saying different kind of stuff. And like I said, when if you go back with Dame Dash, I say, who's paying him to make these rounds like this? Also, let's not forget, I think Dame Dash's teeth had a separate press conference because they fell out of his mouth, and I think his teeth said, "Look, we are no longer associated with the lies and everything that Dame Dash has told. We have completely separated ourselves from that entity."
Look, I'm telling you, God don't like ugly. All these people that colluded and they came against this man, they going through it right now. They going through it. Even Nick Cannon, for example, you seen the article circulating where his business, now his accountant was stealing millions of dollars from him.
Now, so I heard something about that, but I never really saw the article or video or anything about that. I heard something about that circulating.
Yeah, so they act like all of these people they trust and put in positions don't be screwing them over. So like I said in our last live, think about how R. Kelly felt. He go to the bank, he realized he ain't even, like, he was just laughing it up with his friends that they selectively put in surviving R. Kelly. Then you go over here to the bank after you see some confusion, some discrepancies, and you come to find out you ain't got but $300,000 out of your 30 years. People on the internet talking about he was getting stipends. What the hell? Now, I ain't the smartest person in the world, but that sounds crazy as hell.
Prima,
what you mean he getting stipends?
Prima, you are absolutely right.
But he the head of the RICO. How?
Prima, you went in where I was about to go.
I did what I'm saying. If you follow my work, you know where I'm going. If you follow my work, you know where I'm going.
How you gonna get stipends? You're gonna get stipends, but you want a RICO. That's like
makes sense.
That's like Nino Brown running the Carter, and all he got is a rush card.
Yeah. He got to go over here and, hey, can I hold such and such of my money so I could go and call this shot? Fuck you talking about?
Nino got to run a criminal enterprise. Hold on. Damn, I only got $5 on my rush card. I gotta put some more money on my card. Hold on. Like really?
Yeah. I just feel like a lot of them bad acts, if you put the microscope on them once again, yeah, I believe they were used to funnel some money, embezzlement, and shit like that. If you ask me my opinion of it, I don't think it established no history of shit.
Nope. I'm not gonna establish no history of anything, especially the fact that if you had a history of supposed to have a history of violence, but then you turn around, you leave out a piece of information that R. Kelly had a completely different legal issue on tour somewhere in another state like Louisiana. Oops, I'm sorry, did I say too much? I think I might say too much.
You might have did, because that's gonna go over the slow people head. Let me bring it back for them. Let me bring this back to you people. Don't you think when these indictments came out and they put their timelines together, don't you think if the defense had pressure pointed some timelines and they had his actual what you call it, itinerary of all his shit, and they could sit here and build him an alibi when he was allegedly essaying people and using his career to traffic girls and all that goofy shit? Don't you think that would have hit harder than going in there with your "I have a dream" ass speech?
Yep. And on top of that, how about this? Why don't you go? Not only do you get the itinerary, but why not reach out to the people who are on tour with him, i.e., other acts? Like I could throw up a couple names out right now. LL Cool J and Escape. That's two right there.
Yes, especially when you got Gloria Allred out here parading around with her clients, throwing up his picture. They down with a damn sure subpoenaed his ass too. Come on up on the stand, since they had your picture up all on the news, talking this bullshit. Come on.
Gloria.
They couldn't even catch that. They want to bring it into the YouTube world. Why don't you think about this? Fuck that. We talking about the fraud these people got on the news and perpetuated. We talking about the fact that people keep enabling these accusations, worrying about the wrong shit. That's what we talking about. Hell, you talking about? Because it don't make no sense.
Gloria Allred.
She devil. You gotta put that part in there. Gloria, she devil, Allred. And then what happened to her cases with Ursha? Why they always trying to compare who the king of R&B, and they just be conveniently skipping around shit when he was on his Let It Burn tour? The fuck?
Yep. Gloria Allred, that ambulance chasing, prominent black man hating, chicken walking, looking ferret face fucker by the name of Gloria Allred. Yeah.
Yeah, and where her tape at, she said she had. With the dude talking about he found it in his attic. Stupid ass.
Let's see. He MIA all of a sudden. He talk about, well, I got this tape. I'm looking for a tape in the NBA finals, and then you run across R. Kelly sex tape. Nigga, what?
And you go get Gloria Allred. Oh, why you go get a lawyer? Why you go get a lawyer? Same thing with these victims. Why y'all need a lawyer? The prosecutor, your defense right there. They there for you.
Yeah. And then on top of that, every time they have Gloria Allred as a lawyer, she always has this prepared statement for them to read, and she be looking at them like she's trying to burn a hole in the side of their head every time.
I swear for Lord, she be sitting there like, you better not fuck up this speech I just prepared for your ass. You better even struggle to your way through this shit.
That's exactly how. That's exactly how it is. If there were any words that like in the comment, like in the comics, like that bubble or whatever they're saying, if you can put that bubble right there on what she's saying, that would be exactly the words that she would be saying right there. That would be it. That's exactly that. That's pretty much verbatim.
Hey, look, you know when they fucking up when she put that hand on their shoulder. She put that hand on their shoulder. Hold on now. Stick to the script, bitch.
Everybody talking about they had all these body language experts in regards to R. Kelly. There were no body language experts when it came to Stephon Diggs.
Right. It wasn't no body expert language when it came to these people making these accusations. We just supposed to believe them.
Man, that's why
That's what I did a video on that too. I was comparing Gloria Allred to that person you talking about on the show. I can't even remember the show now, but I remember doing that because I was like, don't this seem like a mirror comparison? Because this lady mirrors Gloria Allred. And she said her name on the show was Gloria Allback. I'm telling you, they be playing it in our face. Swear to God, they be playing in our face. And it don't make no sense.
it's why we tell people, they come out here, they insult our intelligence and think, because see, I stopped saying that these people are lying to me. I stopped saying that. The reason why I say that is because for you to lie to me, that means I gotta believe the shit that you told and you found out, and I found out that wasn't true. I stopped saying that they lied to me. I'm just saying you just straight up trying to insult my intelligence.
Right.
Or like you said, playing in my face.
Yeah, same difference. Same difference. They are insulting your intelligence. To me, that's equivalent to you're playing in my face. That's what I feel when I say that.
Yeah, and Love Unconditional said it was in the house with LL Cool J. Oh, that's right.
I knew it was something like, yeah, I remember this shit. Hold on.
That's right. You know what? Nah, I bring up this point with Love Unconditional say this, and I bring up this point. Gloria Allred was on an episode of In the House.
Crazy.
She was in an episode on In the House. And here's the crazy part about it. She played a judge. And guess what the case was about? The case was about LL Cool J mistreating or misleading a lot of women. Matter of fact,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
We're gonna have to look. I remember that. Thank you, Love Unconditional. I remember that. She played a judge. Some woman sued LL that she was dating. That she was dating. But she was dating LL at the time. She sued this chick sued LL. I guess you would say for alienation of affection, misleading her, whatever the case may be. And she comes out and Susan and Gloria Allred is damn judge.
And to think, hindsight, she come out with them bad actors holding up his picture, talking about she was at an R. Kelly concert. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
And ironically, she held LL Cool J's picture up. Boy,
that is wild.
I forgot all about that shit. I forgot all about that. See, you said it. How these people playing in our face. You said it.
This shit crazy.
Man, I forgot all about that shit.
And then they'll come in trying to divert your attention so you can't even keep cooking up on the conversation. But this is wild because nobody ever said that to me. I gotta go look that up.
Look that up. I remember
that is too ironic.
Because I used to watch that show and I remember it. I think, as a matter of fact, I came on the clip of that on YouTube about a couple of years ago. I never thought about it at that point, but now I'm sitting there like, this man.
Oh Lord, the man, this is crazy. This is wild.
I forgot.
They want to talk about a RICO, man. Y'all RICO. The way y'all weaponizing the government, y'all weaponizing the police, y'all weaponizing the FBI, Homeland Security.
Now we gotta see if we can pull that episode up. Now I don't know if the word RICO was used in that either. If she used that word in that episode, man, come on.
Hold on, let me look it up. Came out in 1998. Hold on.
Love Unconditional just said something. She said, right, J-Rod. Gloria Allred was on season 4, episode 14. pulled up the damn man. She done came up with the episode and everything, boy.
What is this on? It's on Prime Video. Hold on, let me see. Stream.
Gemini Dunn said, "Wow, I definitely didn't remember Gloria Allred on that show. She did a guest appearance."
Let me see. Oh, I think we did. Hold on. Oh shit! Hold on, y'all done found it. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Share my screen. I can't believe this shit.
Capable of anything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's my birthmark?
Right leg, middle of the calf, shaped like a pear, baby.
Recess, Your Honor.
Granted. 5 minutes.
She is killing us. She's dragging women I dated from 10 years ago.
Oh,
I'm surprised she didn't find a girl I kissed in the sandbox back in kindergarten. Thinking, maybe I have been hurting women all these years. Max, you are so lucky that women find you fundamentally unattractive.
What did LL
Y'all heard
just
this
say?
storyline? Yeah.
They bringing back women that I done dating drug women back that I done dated 10 years ago. Almost even, man, come on.
Babe, I'm gonna finish
Prima?
watching it. That shit.
Prima, we just had another breakthrough.
Right. What the?
You gonna have
They play too much. Hold on, let me push play, see what else happens.
let it go, let it go, let it go. I mean, Scott, let it go.
I've been looking all over you. Mercedes left a message in my machine. She's looking for you.
How's my little turtle dove?
Fine. Until I told her you were representing Marion in this case.
Did she seem upset?
Uh-huh. She said to tell you that if you say one more word in his defense, the only Mercedes you're ever going to rev up is the one you drive.
Marion, I'm fired. What? You can't abandon me now. Are you crazy? If I can continue this case, Mercedes will dump me. But I need.
Oh, y'all see this shit? And then his attorney. So now you got a conflict of interest.
Exactly.
I can't make this shit up.
I'm gonna say this. Thank you, Love Unconditional, for bringing that up.
Facts.
For you,
Facts.
because if she never said anything, I never would have thought about this.
This shit crazy. Dana said they will strike you. That's why you gotta, I don't know, that's why I keep stopping it.
I forgot all about this.
But ooh, I'm finished. I don't want to take no strike now. I don't want to risk it, but I'm gonna watch that on my own time.
I know a couple
y'all
other
look
people.
up in the house. It's called Say Anything episode. Say
I'm gonna
anything
circle this around
in
a
the
couple other people I know. But I didn't mean to, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the live, Prima. I didn't mean to hold you this long. I didn't know if you had other plans or anything else going on or whatever. But if somebody else want to jump, somebody else want to jump on, that's cool.
You just diverted my attention from going on the flower pot, stupid ass. That's about it. This conversation was productive.
Very productive, especially since this done popped up.
Right. I'm gonna do some more digging.
Dan said it's a lot that happened on this episode. Yeah, hell yeah, Dana right. Sure is. It sure is a lot that happened. You right.
This is crazy.
Ooh,
And then she played the judge, but in life she the attorney bringing all the women. That's wild. You make me want to play it. I'm like, damn, I want to play a little bit more.
You know what? Dana asked, forgot what happened after this part. I think what happened was, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think what may have happened was he took the stand of him. He took the stand himself, and I think he represented himself. I think that's what happened.
I am guilty.
I guess I.
But what am I really guilty of? I'll tell you what. I'm guilty of loving women. Is it wrong for me to lose my head a little because a woman is so beautiful? Is it wrong to make a woman feel beautiful and sexy like there's no one else in the whole world for me but her? Is it wrong to say anything?
I know you fucking lying. This is what she said. I thought that was against the law. You can't be calling him daddy.
And Prima, isn't that what they said that R. Kelly told all these other girls to call him?
Yeah,
I rest my case. That's it.
Daddy.
They played.
I can't make that shit up.
They insulted our intelligence and they playing in our face.
Facts. Like, how many do it? It don't take no 7 years to come to that conclusion. What the hell we talking about? Don't get mad at me because they think y'all slow, and then when people do slow shit and I call it, don't get mad at me. That don't mean I'm calling everybody slow. That just means they slow over there.
No. We're not saying you calling people slow. No. I'm just saying that they just say. Now, I'm not saying anybody's slow. I would just say that some of these people are just riding in the back of the short bus.
Man, with the fucking helmet on, banging on the motherfucking window. That type of slow shit. You being nice with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These motherfuckers in motherfucking 11th grade still coloring and shit. Get your motherfucking ass up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about.
Yeah, the same. Yeah. Kind of like that dude. David Allen Greer played on In Living Color. The one that was in the restaurant that would always just be blurting out crazy shit.
Right.
But they talk about, I got a left eye growing out of my booty.
Right. Damn, do you got Tourette's? Like, what the hell wrong with you? Just be saying shit. This is crazy. Hold on, let's play a little more.
If any of these things are crimes, I am guilty. I'm your man. But I'm going to continue to be guilty as long as women are as special, incredible, and wonderful as they are. Thank you.
Damn, that's how it was in court.
The jury may.
Talking about the government said if I don't go testify, I'm going to jail. Now you gotta sit there and look this man in the face with this bullshit. I bet they felt just like that. This shit is crazy.
I'm trying to remember what year did it came out. Like, I think it came out in 90. I want to say 98.
Yep, 98. Coinky dinkly, huh?
The irony is scary.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know what we just did? You know what we just did now, right?
They ain't go ahead, tell them.
This right here just gonna spark a whole new conversation.
They ain't ready for that conversation.
They are not ready for this. They are not ready for this because now everything that we've been saying this whole time is now being pulled up in numerous ways years before all this stuff jumped off.
Mm-hmm.
This scene alone, this is almost, you could say that this here is just as powerful as R. Kelly's supposed to be in Romeo Must Die and the movie Ricochet with Denzel Washington and Ice-T. You can put this in the same category as those other two.
Right. Yep. And they keep us entertained with it. And then they come back and hit us with it. Ain't that crazy?
Man. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off on this note here. Woo, boy, this like I don't know if we can do better than this.
Oh, just wait. I got and you listen, Dana sent me so much paperwork to revisit. I clear forward. And you know what? As I update my content, we're gonna incorporate said paperwork because like I said, I had every right to give reasonable doubt to all the stuff that I was reading and being exposed to, but I'm only one person. So I also have a busy life. And it just would have been more comforting and soothing to see other people who stayed on task instead of all the games we saw playing, because this shit right here in our face. I'm one person, all y'all watching me. I don't have no problem with the people that send me leads, real leads, and not that fuck shit, you know. Because I'm always do my due diligence in researching it, backing it up. You know, I don't just come out here and spin stories. But I appreciate you, J Rock, for coming up. If anybody else want to come up, I'll drop the link one more time. And then after that, I'm going to close on out.
Yeah.
My final message.
Yeah. Well, once again, I appreciate you for having me on, Prima. Once again, like I said, free R. Kelly, free Tory Lanez, leave Bill Cosby the hell alone, and also free Diddy as well, because that man should not be in jail over no prostitution charge.
Right. But you see how they work, and they still trying to throw stuff out there. Well, but he did this and he did this. Okay, well, if they had the proof, shouldn't they put that under the RICO?
Yeah, but see, those charges, that's a stall tactic.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how they was stalling with R. Kelly's investigation, as I continuously said. This case was open and people knew that. So they had enough to go to grand jury and get him indicted and get him detained. They had enough to continuously to mislead the judges and the courts and make it seem like R. Kelly is trying to harass and intimidate witnesses and is a continued threat and a potential flight risk and all this other goofy shit. They did everything strategic to keep this man down and keep people from coming out here talking about why.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're absolutely right. So, but shout out to you, Prima. Shout out to the chat. I'm gonna holler at you next time you come on.
I sure appreciate you. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, no problem.
All right. If nobody else wants to pop up here, I'm going and finish making my point now that I'm at a more calm state with the conversations I enjoy having versus the conversation that I always get thrown in for 7 years with these people even like Snitch 9, who felt like their opinions mattered to my perception and why I documented all the moving pieces so that as we review, we can see all the games of a lot of people playing in our face. It started out with these corporations and their bullshit. And then people that look just like us came out here for facilitating the bullshit. But then want to have the audacity to hold the mainstream media to this high standard. Don't make no sense to me. Especially when, as I've demonstrated for years, we have the same resources to be able to validate information ourselves and don't need these characters who emerged on YouTube to shift the direction of what we have known since day one, even with this individual right here. Let's go to his video. Now I'm skipping a lot of it because most of it was just a whole lot of rambling. I ain't got time for this shit. And let me just say that this right now, I'm not finna be going back and forth trying to watch nothing. If it's not gonna be anything factual, something that I come across on a typical search, I'm not watching y'all. But I know good and goddamn well y'all watching what's going on over here. Park that there. I'm blatantly telling you all watching me that I ain't studying what these people doing on these platforms. A lot of the shit that they've done, said, engaged in, I wouldn't know. That's why I don't speculate on shit. That's why I don't come out here and defame people's characters. Because some people, they could very well believe the shit they come out here and speak. You can't get mad at me because I don't. Can't get mad at me because the things that they include me in makes me have to then speak on shit like this. Because I'm making it very clear that I wasn't gravitating toward the spins they were doing. I was gravitating towards documenting what I could search on Google first and foremost when it came to all these stories that Jim Derogatis and other people put all over the internet and put in their articles clearly. So then when you move from there, of course, I'm going to then read the indictments. I'm going to compare the stories of the individuals being listed as the so-called victims. I'm going to go back to Surviving R. Kelly and I'm going to reference the specific bad actresses that were in Surviving R. Kelly that made the paperwork. That was the strategy I implemented in documenting my work. So if I'm telling you back in 2019, when this guy put my name in the title, why these people think because they put my name in the title, it means something. I'm telling you then it didn't. So to have to then come back out here all these years later to reinforce what Flower Pot stupid ass over there talking about she don't know or she can't find in my collection of videos, bitch, because you ain't looking. That's why. Because you wasn't trying to hear and understand Prima Donna's voice. Because people like you said you had all the motherfucking information, right? But I also maintained in this video back in 2019 that I was very aware that they was watching what I had to say. And for some strange reason, it makes people feel some type of way because they don't think I have a right to the strategies I use in providing my content and delivering the message that I want to within it. Oh, feel free to do so. But my thing is, we don't need to have no open dialogue. Y'all feel the way y'all feel, and we feel the way we fucking feel. The fuck?
Prima Donna does a good job on this video. It ain't but a couple things I think that was left out. And I think that I really think that Camera Sanders should be on that list. You know? And there's more people that should be on it. It's my list. I got another list. You know? But Kelly ain't the only one that's gonna be sitting up in jail in that jumpsuit. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all hearing that from me first, but
now let's park it there. 2019, he's saying in the video that I was focusing on the so-called enterprise, in the documents, in the paperwork, and I bring you the specific witness, Cheryl Mack, back then, 2019. And he talking about, I left out Tamara Simmons, one of the producers to Surviving R. Kelly. Meanwhile, he want his followers to believe that he was so captivated by her documentary that he got all involved in this R. Kelly shit. Now, put that to the side. Am I supposed to sit here and spend years speculating on why he initially inserted himself, on how he strategized in using his involvement to help himself out of his own charges, and why he wanted to instigate a whole lot of shit with the super fans who could have did as I said back then? Ignore his motherfucking ass, because we could hit all his bullshit without directly attacking him or his followers to deliver our messages, was my point. So don't rewrite the script and act like Prima Donna had a damn thing to do with any of the bullying and harassment and shit that y'all like to do when y'all can't control people.
other people that's gonna join him. You know what I mean? They're gonna join him. It just ain't happening.
Who gonna join him? Who did you see join him? 2019, he said other people was gonna join R. Kelly in jail. Who did? Because we seen the people that they brought out on YouTube that inserted themselves in shit. They got charges. They got mad because they got caught in the crossfire. But again, would this shit have happened if people had heeded my warnings way back then? Just a question, since we asking questions. Oh, okay.
We only allow a certain amount of snitches. So you better make sure that your snitch story is better than his snitch story, and it's better than her snitch story.
Flower Pot, you and your super fans, y'all better make sure y'all snitch stories is better than their snitch stories, is better than her snitch stories, is better than his snitch stories, because I don't give a fuck. They can come get all my devices and see who snitches better when they got the receipts to back up the fact that I tell on all y'all motherfuckers. I don't give no fuck. I don't fuck the fuck. I don't give a fuck what type of relationships you want to tell these people you have with R. Kelly, and they not catching on to what I'm saying. You believe that shit if you fucking want to. And even if they do have some type of relationship with him, they clearly leading him to the slaughter, my opinion, and I'm going to stand on it.
Everybody's not gonna get immunity. Everybody's not gonna get the deal of a lifetime. Like all y'all can't be 6'9". Somebody gonna have to go down with their man.
Then you got the super fan. If R. Kelly go down, everybody go down. Well, motherfucker, since y'all let R. Kelly go down, all y'all bitches can burn in hell. As far as I'm concerned, fuck y'all thought. This ain't that in my Kevin Terrell voice. Fuck you mean?
But great video. You know what I mean? And this is the last thing I'm gonna address, man. Hey, listen. I came to phases. I was respectful. You know, I spoke my piece. I apologized to women. All of that. I did. I went to Carolina Diamond. I was nice. I was respectful.
And that's cool. You came on to phases, and you were respectful. But I'm the type of woman, once you fucking burn me, nigga, you ain't got shit to say to me. But I was being motherfucking nice. God damn it. You hear what I said? After they was sitting here taunting me on the internet, putting me in the P-Hive group and shit, putting my pictures all up and shit. Clearly, what I said was, once you burn me, it's fuck you. I'm not some of these other people that'll let you burn me, come back again, burn me again, come back again. Fuck that. I said fuck him back in 2019. So in 2026, to ask me why I ain't making videos about him, bitch, is you dumb? So I'm telling y'all let all this shit with them deter y'all from focusing on the fucking purpose. Fuck you talking about? Hello, hello, hello. Warren, what's up?
What's the deal?
Who is this?
Now you know who this is.
What's up?
No, what these fuck niggas talking about on here?
Child, now I'm part of the Rico Enterprise that's on YouTube. Apparently, I'm in cahoots with Snitch 9, this guy on the screen, who obviously came into this R. Kelly situation and struck up him a little deal in his situation. And if you had asked me my opinion, if people weren't doing the most to help him get said deal, maybe he wouldn't have had the leverage to go in there and get said deal, is my position on all of it. And I don't feel like I should have had to make video after video after video stressing my opinion on that, because it's stupid. Period. Stupid. I'm gonna see if you pop back up here, but that's the gist of what's going on. Let's keep listening. What I said 2019. The fuck?
Respectful. We talked. Didn't disrespect her. I didn't do any of that. You guys made it seem like from me having a discovery and an indictment that I was breaking the law some kind of way, or I was.
No, the fuck she wasn't. She was just asking you, did you have something special that you saw on that little piece of paper, on that SoundCloud, that made you feel more that he did something that you're saying he did? But other than that, we saw the same shit that you saw. Okay?
Talking to the prosecutors, and they was giving me things that they weren't supposed to give me. Any of that is far from the truth. You know,
let's pause right there, because when he said this then, 2019, all that was far from the truth as far as people were putting out here he was in cahoots with the prosecutors. So let's fast forward. At some point, he did get in cahoots with prosecutors and boldly told us he was sending this and sending that to the prosecutors. So how many geniuses would it take if a person out here just boldly telling you, I'm putting all these inquiries in, I'm sending this to prosecutors, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this? I would just stop trying to provoke attacks against this person and get on task with the information, which is public awareness, not interfering with a federal investigation, not interfering with the defense team, and not giving me grounds to say ineffective defense, then getting mad because I think all this shit janky. See how I just wrapped all that shit up since we asking questions? There go your answers. They don't listen.
I even had a girl from your side put up on Twitter that I hacked the fucking lawyer's email. Like, I don't give a fuck about his email.
Go to my community wall and you'll see a receipt that I put up in which fans was over there telling Doug Anton that his email was hacked. Meanwhile, you got people out here that just kept on with this defense fund. I'm sending the feds this, the feds this. Then when you see the defense fund and paperwork and everybody just skip, I'm going to keep saying ineffective defense, ineffective counsel. I'm not finna sit here and be trying to accuse his attorneys, because if you read the same paperwork that I read, even the damn prosecutors were saying that they were strategically withholding shit from the defense, which is, again, another arguable point. Damn, I just twisted it up. Another arguable point in a new trial. But every time I start leading you to what I said then and why I think a new trial is warranted, why I feel new investigations are warranted, it is not going to bother me that people get mad and want to keep making videos about me and going on other platforms talking about me when we are in the R. Kelly sector. Like, how much does it take to stress that point?
That's his problem, Don Russell problem, and Donald Trump's problem.
Why did he say Don Russell? Because people just be mad because, number one, it was Cass Jones who first put me on Don Russell. It was the shit he said on CBS News that put me on Don Russell. It was the shit he said on these public platforms that put me on Don Russell. But they would like to come in, and even if they hear this, they will act like because he said something about Don Russell, because I played clips when he's mentioning that him and Pimplo sat down with Don Russell, they will skip past the point that I'm making. The same view that these investigators have. If these people are doing all this shit with individuals that y'all say are associates of R. Kelly, but then you want to act slow to how they could put this imaginary RICO in play in this trial and still not prosecute an enterprise because you don't want to implicate the people who were moving the pieces around the chessboard. That's crazy to me. Who you really think gonna catch the fall with the big brain bitch over there trying to trigger the FBI with false reports? Because the false reports don't mean shit to Prima Donna. Now, the facts that they should uncover, because it's their job to investigate, not Prima Donna, is what got y'all feeling the way when y'all talk about me repeating shit that y'all keep talking about out here that we don't give a fuck about. Make sure you clip all this up and respond to each thing that I'm saying. Because what I don't like is when you summons me by asking me shit, I give you the fucking answers that I want to give you, and you want to ignore what I said and then come back and ask me some more stupid shit like I didn't just say what I said.
And yeah, I do think him putting out to the world that his email was hacked is his way of that's another video. Well, I don't know enough about it to make a video about it right now. But I'm not trying to say that you guys were dumb. I'm not trying to say that you guys were preschoolers. What I was trying to say is that you didn't have this information. You want to know how I know you didn't have it? But because you accused me of getting it illegally.
All right, so do just what I said. Go back to my community. Go down to where you see where I took a picture of a specific portion of the indictment. Okay? Again, just do a little research before you get in front of your little camera and start talking nonsense. It just irritates the fuck out of me when other people's stupid ass actions is a reflection of everybody that supports R. Kelly. Whoever said that in a tweet, do you think I ain't following too many people, so I don't really see shit like that. That's not relevant to me. The fuck?
You asked me. If you go to that Phases interview at 54:09 before it got chopped up, and it's still on there, it's you guys asking me something about. I'm gonna leave. We're not gonna get into details. I don't want to get in the habit of offending y'all individually. So this is for all of y'all. This is for everybody over there. I think that a lot of y'all are starstruck. I agree with Angela.
He think a lot of us is starstruck. Okay. So let's rewind. Let's go all the way back. Grown man. Let's go back to the beginning of me personally making videos. And what did I specifically say? I didn't come in as a fan. I came in unbiased until I was forced to pick a motherfucking side. So I'm going to pick the side of truth, not motherfucking Team Truth, because that's some bullshit right there.
On that, and I believe a lot of y'all are very, very, very misinformed.
Now I'm going to stop it right there. Flower pot. In your search of my videos, the ones that I still have publicly available, you will see a series. You can type in Snitch 9. You could type in Team Lies. You could type in Agents of Chaos. You could type in Provocateurs. You could type in Agitators. Those are keywords you could type in, and you can get a perspective on how I view some of these characters that I don't give a fuck about, because y'all mad that I documented some of the movements that y'all would like the people to believe R. Kelly was aware of, that I won't believe. You feel me? Y'all can believe it. I don't have to. With that, I'm going to get on up out of here on this song for you. How about y'all heard? I'm the hood bitch's motivation. Still running circles around you snail hoes that thought y'all was going to pull the wool over prima donna's eyes. But guess what? I'm going to keep on saying, come on, send Homeland Security. They can get all these hard drives. I done pulled a Tim Savage on you motherfuckers. What's up, Leisha? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that joined the panel. Shout out to all of y'all for being true to the game, because we see what's going on. And I'm telling you, the time is up. Y'all have a good day.